So hello and welcome to CFB UK, home of the UK's biggest college football fan page, for the fans, by the fans. So we're kicking off a brand new segment called Fourth and 4,000. Well, why 4,000? We're about 4,000 miles away from the USA, and we're going to bring you exclusive interviews with NCAA Division One college players from stateside back to the UK. So we're thrilled to introduce you to our guest today. He's a 6'10" offensive tackle from Germany, about to start his freshman season with UCF, the University of Central Florida. Please welcome, as we just join him, he's just joining now, live from Tampa. Here we go. It's Paul Rubelt, everyone.
Hey, Paul.
What's up?
How you doing?
Mate, how you doing?
Pretty good.
So you're out in Tampa at the moment, I see. Is it pretty hot out there? Because it's horrible here in England.
It's like 30 degrees, like Celsius.
30,
Not
yeah.
too bad.
Nice. It's about, what's the time is it now? Like 9 p.m. here, and I think it's like 12 Celsius. So that's so good.
Not similar climate.
Well, Paul, thank you very much for joining us today. We've got some questions to ask you. We've got some questions that we've written for you. We've got some questions from the fans. We've got a little bit of a game we want to play with you, and then we've got a few questions. It's called This or That, picking between two things to round things off. So, but first of all, just want to know, how's it going? You're obviously out in Tampa, Florida at the moment, just going back to school soon, but obviously with the current situation, what's it like for you right now out in the States?
Well, first of all, it's pretty cool to be here. It's cool to be part of the UCF football program. Besides that, it kind of sucks that we don't have practice, obviously. But I mean, I've been practicing. I've been staying with our long snapper at his house. We've been able to work out. There's many people that offered us like a place to work out at. So it's been decent. It's been okay.
Cool, man. That's cool. Well, that's good to hear. That's really good to hear. So we're going to take it right back to the very start. So you grew up in Berlin, Germany, or near Berlin, is that right? Like,
yeah,
close
yeah.
to? Cool. So you've obviously not exactly taken the same route as most of your teammates at UCF to get to here right now, but you have a college scholarship at UCF. How did football find you? How did you get involved in American football?
Well, I started out. So the first sport I was part of was I was a swimmer for 7 years. After that, I didn't like the sport anymore, and my mom was looking out for another sport. And since I was always like taller than everybody at my age, she found out that my hometown has a football team, and so I started playing flag football with 13, and then when I turned 15, I got up into the tackle football, and I started my first tackle football season in 2015 in Germany. But then I went over to I spent a year abroad as an exchange student in Chicago, Illinois. Yeah. Like 1 year of football there. That's where I got to know my body. I became an athlete. Went back, ruled on the field in Germany, and then I got picked up by I don't know, maybe you know Bjorn Werner. He's defensive end or was defensive end for the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah.
And since he's from Berlin, he was like, "Hey Paul, do you mind coming over with me to the college football camps or scout camps?" And I said yes, and then we went to the scout camps, and that's where I got the offers for UCF, for all the other colleges. So yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah, fantastic. It's really good start there. So, Paul, with obviously another sport that's played obviously in America for the taller people, obviously we've got basketball as well. you've obviously got EuroLeague over here in Europe. Have you ever played basketball as well, or is it something that you ever considered as a sport, or any other sports that you played apart from swimming, as you said, and football?
Since my club team in Germany does not only offer football, there were always people surrounding me that were like, "Hey, Paul, do you want to try basketball?" And I was like, "Not really," because during my exchange year, I played basketball for one season. I did fairly decent, but it's just not my sport. I need like the contact. Like, I mean, basketball is a contact sport, but it's nah. It's just not my sport. I think football is just, I love football.
That's it.
Fair enough. Yeah, we all do.
Cool. At the moment, Paul, how difficult is it for players in Europe to get the attention of scouts in the US, and how did you catch their eye? Over here in the UK, you may have heard we've got a pathway called the NFL Academy to help just that.
Yeah, that's like the same way in Germany. There are two organizations, and the one organization I got over with was Gridiron Imports. They have like camps in Germany for what age? Like 15, 16-year-olds or even older, and then there are actually American high school coaches that will scout you, and they'll offer a scholarship for high school, so those kids can go abroad and then finish high school there and have the opportunity to play football, and then get into the normal process of an American football player, basically, or a normal high schooler in the United States. For me, it was a little bit different, as I said. I actually didn't say, but my coaches, they had contact to Bjorn, basically. They created a highlight tape and sent it to Bjorn, who was like the head of the organization Gridiron Imports, and that's how my journey started, basically.
That's cool, man. That's great. So, so moving on, as you said, you had offers from a number of schools. I mean, I was saying it was UMass, you had Rutgers, Florida State, and you actually committed, of course, to Arizona State at one point during the recruitment process. But what made you commit to UCF? Why is that where you are now after all of the situation is finished?
Well, UCF was just, when I visited there, everything felt like home, and everything. I liked the coaches, and they were pretty. They were cool, and that's an important thing. If you're gonna be part of a program like that, you're gonna stay there for 4 or 5 years, and everything has to fit. And not like I've never had the chance to visit Arizona State, and so yeah, UCF was a choice because I liked it the first moment I got there. The campus is awesome. It's like a circle. You can walk everywhere with on foot, like by foot, and yeah, that's why I like campus.
Not because Disney World's nearby now.
No. No.
So, Paul, as you've mentioned, you love the contact and you play offensive tackle, one of the most contact heavy positions. What made you kind of gravitate towards that position? And when you're pursuing like football as a career, sorry.
Yeah. Well, in Germany, I played guard because we played 9-man tackle football. So I've never played tackle before the college camps in last year summer, and I think it's just my size, and I don't know, yeah, my size, I guess. For me, it doesn't matter what position. Like I play any position in football. It doesn't matter, but that's the position I fit in most. And for defense, I would just be too tall. At least that's what a lot of people said, and so offensive tackle. And I like it. it's cool.
So the coaches want to kind of use your natural length and things like that to kind of make it easier to play tackle rather than inside at guard and things like that.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Sounds good.
Cool. We touched on this a little bit at the start, but how have you adjusted to life in America so far? How have you found the differences in culture?
Well, since I spent a year abroad in 2016, 17, I didn't have a culture shock. I actually never had a culture shock when I got here the first time, since I don't know, like it's not like I don't know, since globalization and all that stuff, you know, it's not a lot different than other countries. I mean, they, you know, and watching TV, watching movies, you know how the United States look like. Still, everything is bigger, yeah, and it's a little bit different than Germany or the UK, or you know. But I always felt like I fit here. Like I feel comfortable being here, and so.
Right. Do you miss home at all?
Pardon?
Do you miss home at all?
If I miss home?
Yeah.
Yeah, every once in a while, like the cold weather, just like little things, you know. There's a difference between like, how do I put this? Just daily life in Europe and daily life in the United States. They're different people. Although most of the U.S. Americans are Europeans, you know, but it's just a different daily life. You know?
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, for sure.
So, of course, you're not able to sort of practice in the way that you'd like to at the moment. But what were your first impressions of Coach Houghton and the team and the players you've met so far?
It's very well. First of all, I like got into the football family pretty quick. Practice is awesome. The coaches, they get to know you. I mean they're supposed to make you feel comfortable, and that's what they do, and it's awesome. And the practice I caught pretty quick, like I got into practice pretty quick, and so yeah.
That's fantastic. That's really good. So just furthermore on Coach Houghton, obviously he was a head coach for a couple of teams. Played for a couple of teams as well. Played quarterback in college. Played quarterback in the NFL. Obviously, just like a general sort of good defensive mind. How do you feel like he'll be able to, and the rest of the staff maybe will be able to develop you as a tackle over the next 3-4 years?
Like, wait, can you ask that question again? Like, how will he affect me, or?
How do you think the Coach Houghton and the rest of the offensive staff, your position coach, offensive coordinator, how do you think they'll develop you over the next few years? Would they have any plans for you? Have they kind of said how they want you to develop or anything like that?
Yeah, well, maybe I should say that when I got recruited, I got more recruited because I'm how do they call me? They call me like a freak athlete. So I have more like athletic ability than. Like, I don't know anything yet about, well, now I know some stuff about the offensive tackle position, but when I got here, I was like, I mean, I can run, I'm decent in the weight room, but, when it comes to my position, I don't know a lot yet. But especially my position coach, Coach Ellerby, they're amazing. And Coach Heupel, he'll, the offensive stuff as well as the defensive stuff. I'm hoping we can win some championship games. They've been decent in the past years, and they, everything works together, and I'm pretty, I think they'll do really good, and they'll help me a lot to develop myself.
Mm-hmm. So you're like this moldable ball of clay that you can be made into anything then?
Yeah, correct.
Cool way to look at it. Really good. Yeah, I like that, Lee.
All right, so the final question for this section then. What are your hopes for the season with UCF? Both what you can hope to achieve as a team and yourself personally?
Good question. I mean, people have been predicting for UCF, and how the feeling is in the team and what the team says, what the players say. And I mean, UCF's been on like a good streak over the past 4 years, and I hope that will keep going on. And I'll do anything to to help UCF keep going. But I don't want to make any predictions. It could be, how it is in the NFL, that one year the NFL team is good, they make it to the playoffs, and then the next team.
Yeah.
But I think we have a great team, and we should have a good season, I guess. I mean, I haven't been that long in the process that I can say anything about that. So, yeah. And my goal for the season is, to support my friends, the players, to support the team, to go as far as we can as a team. And yeah, that's my goal for this season, and to get better, especially to learn a lot of new things for right now.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Awesome.
Cool. So we're into section 2, which is called the Mailbag. So we've got some questions from the fans. So we had the first 6 people to jump on with their questions. Would get them answered. So I think Nathan's got the first question, and I think it's from a German member of the group, actually.
Okay.
Sounds like it. A surname, yeah, Alexander Zimmerman. How are you handling school, social life, and training?
How do I handle?
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta say, when I first got here, I was freaked out about how that's gonna work. College football and friends, free time. But once you get into that rhythm, there's not really, like, right now, I'm not concerned about anything about school and football interfering, because what they do is, it's literally everything is made for you. Like, you have to practice, you have to do your homework, and you have to eat and sleep, and that's everything. So basically we have practice in the morning, every day in the morning. Then we have breakfast. Then you have time to go for prehab, rehab, whatever. You go into the trainer's room, or whatever you call that. I don't know, where they stretch you, they give you a massage or whatever. Then you go back into your dorm room, and you do your homework. Then you have class in the afternoon. Then you can come back into the practice facility, workout facility, do whatever you want. Just study the playbook. Then you have dinner, and then, I mean, I'm going to sleep at 8-9 o'clock because I'm done. I get back from practice, I'll take another 2-hour nap, 3-hour nap, because I'm just so exhausted. And you feel that the first 2 weeks I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Like, it's not that bad, but then you feel how the body, like, it's a lot for the human body. But I'm here to put in work. That's the only reason I'm here for football. And I'm willing to put in that work. And so, yeah, handling social life and school, and it's everything. Like, you have a strict schedule, and you have a lot of people that will help you. I mean, I get tutoring, although I don't need it yet. I get so much tutoring. We have the schedules. Everything is on my phone, what I have to do every day, and the homework. Everything is almost everything is online, except some lectures. So it's comfortable to study here, and everything fits together.
That's cool. That's really great to hear that you're able to handle all those things together and just get into a rhythm. Yeah, that sounds like the best way of handling it for sure. The next question is from Kyle Street, and this is a more technical question, but he asks most effective move used against him. But what I think he's talking about, so with D lineman players, what kind of move do you think that is one that you find is really effective and you like to try and work to combat that kind of move?
I haven't got that much competition yet. I've been watching in practice. I've had some one-on-ones. I didn't win, but I didn't lose either. It's hard to put, like, when you go one-on-one, like, I don't, like, I think once I have, like, you know, all my technique and all that stuff, maybe in 2 or 3 years, I think the most effective thing against me would be the just speed rush, or like, yeah, I think that will be
speed rush.
But, yeah. Other than that, I can't say anything about it yet because, you know, I'm new and never played tackle, and so yeah.
Yeah, it's fair. That's fair enough, man. That's fair.
Yeah, that is fair enough. We'll get you back in a couple of years' time. We'll see what the answer is in a couple of years.
Exactly.
So our third question is from Gareth Martindale. We've kind of gone over this. I'm kind of going to alter this a little bit. He wanted to ask, how has Paul found the transition from Germany to the USA? And obviously, we've kind of talked about that a little bit. So I'll kind of alter this a little bit. What have you missed? What are you missing the most about Germany over the time that you've been in the US?
I kind of miss I think there are too many fast food restaurants here. Like, you know, in Europe, we actually have restaurants where you go and you can sit down and everything. Like, it's a nice ambient, and, you know, and in the United States, there's only there's McDonald's, there's Burger King, there's KFC, there's you know, they have Starbucks everywhere, and just like here in Florida, it's for me, it's hard because I'm in Germany and also in the UK and, you know, France. My sister lives in France, for example. When I've been there, there's so much. Well, not that it is not like here, or like, I miss nature here. It's everywhere, city. There, I can drive wherever, and there'll be houses everywhere. There's not like just countryside, you know. I mean, there are parts in the United States that are like that, but that's what I miss a little bit. Just going outside of town and just, you know, enjoying nature.
I have one to quickly throw in, and this is just me being a little bit of a nerd, but you like talking things about culture and stuff like that. You in Tampa, right? There was a hugely amazing thing that happened like a week or two ago with the SpaceX thing, the shuttle launch. Did you see it?
I didn't see it. The dad of the guy I'm staying with, he works for Honeywell, and they've been so he's into space, and, you know, he said we should have been able, but it was too cloudy. But
okay.
we're from Orlando. That's a fun fact. The stadium, the Spectrum Stadium in Orlando, the 50-yard line is aligned with the the launch pad. Yes.
Wow.
So
that's a cool fact.
if you know, on UCF Instagram, there is a video where they see you can see the start.
That's really cool.
That's a cool fact. That's a cool. I like that.
Also, UCF was started out as school for space. You know, they're all whatever. They were
astronauts.
For the astronauts, yeah.
You might have more facts about the school than most of the rest of the team put together. I like it. Nathan, you got the next question?
Okay, yeah, the next one's from Freddie Harper Davis. Who was your sporting idol growing up? Any sport?
Any sport? I don't know. I'm kind of like my own fan. I'm just trying to do my stuff, and there's never been. I don't even have an idol in the NFL or whatever. Sure, all the people that have been in my position and that have had success and went to the league, all of them would be an idol because they made it. Other than that, I don't know. Not really. I mean, no. I actually, well, the one idol would be one of my coaches, but yeah, I don't have an idol.
You've got to give love to the coaches. They make you.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. You want to be your own idol one day, so that's cool. I like that. So Michael Houghton, I hope I get his name right. He asks, who did you play for in Germany? So what was your team called?
Okay, my team in Germany, they were called the Rat Cocks. So, yeah.
No laughing, boys. No laughing. That's fine. All right.
Okay.
It's a small town football team.
Does that translate from something, or is that actually?
No. That's actually the name. Back in the day when they founded the team, me growing up me living in East Germany and when they founded it in East Germany, they didn't know a lot of English since East Germany was occupied by the Russians, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't know English, and they didn't know they had the choice to go Red Roosters or Red Cocks, and they ended up taking Red Cocks. So, but yeah, it's a very small club team, and I think we barely have 20 kids on the youth team, and then flag football is pretty good. And then we started out 2 years ago with adult tackle football. We've been good in the past 20 years. They closed down the adult football team because there were no players anymore. But they used to play in the what leagues do we have? You familiar with the GFL? Like they played second GFL, I think, German Football League.
Mm.
So they were pretty good for a small town.
Cool. Well, big up the Red Cocks.
So we've got that final question then from our Facebook group. So we just wanted to ask, obviously, football is becoming really popular in the UK now. Obviously, in Germany in the past, we've had NFL Europe, a lot of big teams in NFL Europe. Is American football a big sport in Germany? From all the levels up, as you just mentioned about the GFL. Is it a very popular sport still?
It's getting more popular, especially because, and I think that's how it is in almost, at least in all the big European countries. I mean, France is pretty big in football, and I think that's just because, in the past 5 years, it became more popular because of the guy with the organization, Bjorn. He being on TV, and then we have it on national television. They broadcast the games, and it's getting more popular because they're And then another thing is, I guess, that the games that they bring over in the UK, and I don't even know if they're planning to have some games in Germany, but I think that helps a lot to make it more popular. Yeah.
For sure, man. Yeah, it'd be cool to get one of the games over in Germany, definitely. That'd be really cool. So we've got about 9 minutes left. So that's a 2 long sections. We've got two shorter sections next. Round 3, section 3. We've got a little game for you, Paul, and it's called Guess the Brit. So we've got 10 pictures, and you've got to tell us who or what is in the picture. Okay?
Oh, no. Oh my goodness.
If you get 5 out of 10, you're definitely the lowest we've got is 4. So if you get 5, then that's cool. I think you're going to do quite well because I think you're going to know a lot of these. So first up, and I'm going to be fair to you because we did with the American guys, we said what they're from and stuff like that. So from our football, soccer, who is this guy?
No. I have. Give me.
He played for Man United, Manchester United, Real Madrid. He wore number 7. And in England, we say bend it like.
Oh, Beckham? No.
Yeah, go. Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know his first name.
What did you say there?
Beckham? I don't know his first name.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
We'll give you that. We'll give you that.
David Beckham.
Dave.
Right. Who is this very important lady?
Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
It would be a shame if I wouldn't have known that.
One person did not know that, but that's cool. I'm not no naming names for sure. Okay. Who is this British music artist?
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
3.
Nice.
Right. We will give you the point even if you can tell us the name of the character. Who is this actress, or what is her character name?
Hermione. Emma Watson.
Boom.
Nice.
I'll take that. Well, you guys 4 already. Okay. Who is this judge from American and UK talent shows?
No.
Not familiar?
Yeah, familiar, but no. I won't guess the name.
I'll give you, if I said Simon, would you know his last name?
I don't know. I just talked. I just saw him on TV. I think. No, I wouldn't be able.
That's cool. Simon Cowell.
Hmm.
Simon Cowell. Okay, who is this British actor?
Ooh, no.
No?
Nope.
Not familiar? Okay. That's Idris Elba.
Okay.
Okay. Famous chef.
Yeah.
He's got quite a lot of restaurants in America, loads in Vegas, and he does Hell's Kitchen.
Ramsay?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Nice.
Okay, last 3. This is the most important drink in England. What is that?
Oh my God. What was that? Tea?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. If you get this, I'll be shocked. But any idea what this famous English food is?
No. Nope. No.
That is absolutely fine. You'd have been the first to get it. It is a sausage roll.
Oh, sausage. Okay.
Just sausage and pastry.
And this one is probably maybe one of England's best players to ever play in American football. Do you know who this player is?
Oh no. I don't know a lot of NFL players, to be honest.
And to be fair, this for many people was their saving grace because they knew who this one was, and they said they didn't realize he was British. But you smashed so many other ones. That is Super Bowl winner Jay Ajayi, who's from London.
Okay.
So 1, 3. Yeah, 6. That's 6. Okay, you're
good.
You are the 5th,
Respectable.
and you are second out of 5. I'll take that. Cool, awesome. Well, we have 4.5 minutes left, so we're going to fire through the last section. The section is called This or That. We've got 6 questions for you, and you've just got to pick which one you'd rather. Okay? Nathan, You got the first question?
Yeah, win the national championship or get picked in the first round of the draft.
National championship.
Nice. Okay, so would you rather win the Heisman Trophy or be entered into the NFL Hall of Fame at the end of your career?
Neither. Well, then rather the second.
The NFL Hall of Fame. Okay.
Hall of Famer. Okay. If you were to be drafted in the NFL, would you rather join a team that's just won the Super Bowl or a team that's just starting its rebuild?
Rebuild. And
What rebuild?
Yeah, rebuild. And actually, it doesn't matter as long as I'm.
It
doesn't matter.
I meant to say that disclaimer. Paul will 100% play for any NFL team for sure. So, my bad.
Okay, we've talked about the weather a lot, but cold weather state or hot weather state?
Well, I'm in Florida, so rather hot weather than cold.
Nice. So in terms of your demeanour around the locker room, are you a locker room leader, or do you quietly go about your business?
As of right now, I go quiet about my business, but I think I'll be able to grow, and then I'll grow in the locker room as well.
Nice. Yeah, cool.
So, Paul, we've got our final question for you. And it's, all right, hypothetical question. You are on an NFL team and the commissioner calls your team up and says, we would like your team to go and play one of your games next season in London for the NFL London games. Would you rather they said, no, we'll just play that game in America, or would you like to come and play in front of the fans in Britain?
Oh, yeah. I would definitely go to Europe. I mean,
that's the right answer.
Yeah.
Keeping some friends over here now.
A short trip for family and friends there. Short trip for family and friends. So, cool. Paul, well, thank you so much. Perfectly in time. Really appreciate you coming and join us this evening live from America. Yeah, we really appreciate it. And we all just say stay safe and keep healthy, which is most important, and have a great season with UCF when it starts.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, best of luck.
See you later, bro. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.